Lumix S5 series has quickly become one of the most popular options for indie filmmakers and content creators, especially those looking for a powerful, budget-friendly hybrid camera. The newest generation features 6K open gate, ProRes, SSD recording, great dynamic range, solid autofocus, great low light performance. It's no surprise that this has been recommended a lot these days. So today I want to do a little video showcasing my rig setup for my Lumix S5 IIX. Everything on here is not going to be super expensive. It's a fairly budget-friendly setup, and I want to thank Neewer for sending me some of these gear for me to review. I personally use a lot of Neewer products. I've done a video on them before. They built a reputation for offering high-quality filmmaking gear, but at a budget-friendly price. So for each of these components, I'll put up the price on the screen and where to get them in the video description. Alright, so the first essential part of this setup is going to be the cage. It's right here. Neewer offers a half cage and a full cage. I went with the full cage here. This is the foundation of the rig because it offers protection, it makes it feel more robust, and most importantly, it expands your mounting options, giving you multiple mounting points for accessories. With the cage attached, having handles would be very useful. So here I have the Neewer side handle and the top handle. The top handle is great for low angle shots, and it gives you an easier way to carry the rig. Plus the top handle has 1, 2, 3 cold shoe mounts, so you can mount your monitor or anything else you want. The side handle improves grip and control, especially when you're doing longer shoots, because without the side handle, you're just holding on to the cage itself, which can be a little bit uncomfortable. One of the biggest limitations of mirrorless cameras for video work is its battery life. The internal battery on the S5 IIX is decent, but if you're shooting long videos like interviews, documentaries, or if you're mounting this on a tripod and just shooting, hour-long footage, you'll definitely need a better power solution. So here is the Neewer battery, V-Mount battery. It lets you power the camera and other gear like external monitors or follow focus systems. Instead of constantly swapping out little batteries, the V-Mount battery can keep you going for hours, a full day, for me without an issue. So this Neewer V-Mount battery features a 14.8 volt output with a 6800 milliamp hour battery capacity. For connectivity, this has D-tap output, USB-A, USB-C, DC barrel output, and a battery plate output. Paired with the Neewer V-Mount foldable battery plate, you get an Arca-type quick release system, making it easy to attach and detach the battery from your rig. Also, this foldable design makes it easy to, if you want to adjust the LCD screen, and if you want to fold it down, up, or change any of the settings, you can do that easily because it folds like so. If you're using the S5 IIX for professional work, you probably want to shoot in ProRes or 6K open gate. And for that, you'll want to record it externally straight onto an SSD. Because recording in those file formats, the file size is massive. Like 10 minutes of footage can easily go over 100 gigabytes. And having a dedicated SSD holder like the one from Neewer here keeps your setup organized and prevents accidental disconnection while shooting. And here in the front, as you can see, I have a matte box. This is a mini matte box from Neewer. A matte box may seem unnecessary, especially if you're shooting indoors or if you have a lens hood. But especially if you're shooting outdoors, the matte box helps control lens flares and prevents stray light from reducing contrast in your shots. Unlike traditional screw-on filters, this one allows you to slide in rectangular filters. So here I have a 4 by 5.65 inch ND 0.9 filter from Neewer, and I can easily just slide this into the matte box and it'll act as a regular ND filter for shooting outside. It kind of makes your rig look more professional and elevates it aesthetically. This is definitely not the most important component to this setup, and a lot of times I don't really use this, to be honest, because typically I would just use my variable ND filter because it's much more convenient, honestly. Okay, and the last two components to my rig, they're not Neewer products. This is for the monitor. I have an Andy Cine monitor, and having a good external monitor makes a pretty big difference in framing, focusing, and exposure accuracy. I've used this for a few years, it's pretty solid. And for the microphone, I use the video mic, the Rode Video Mic Go 2. I've also had this for a few years. Haven't had any issues yet. It's pretty solid. It's very compact, and I mainly just use this to capture environmental sounds, and it's perfect for those run and gun shoots. To wrap up this video, I can customize this rig based on the type of shoots I'm doing. For example, if I'm doing like a long handheld sequence, I'll probably take out the V-mount battery because it does add quite a bit of weight to this whole setup. And I'll just use the batteries, like I'll swap out batteries. Similarly, if I'm doing a quick run and gun setup, I might ditch the SSD card holder because I probably won't shoot in ProRes, and I'll take out the matte box because it also adds a bit of, size to this setup, and I want to keep it as compact as possible. So this is my Lumix S5 IIX rig setup. With this setup, you don't really need to spend thousands of dollars on high-end accessories to get professional results. With these components from Neewer, these are affordable options, but they're still very high quality. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this helpful. Are you also a Lumix shooter? Do you have any tips or suggestions on how I can improve this setup? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like my content, and I'll see you in the next video.